Hello and welcome to the public speaking masterclass. And before I go ahead, I would really love to get your own feedback. Let me know if you can hear clearly, you can hear and see what is being projected clearly before we get started. I have an amazing, very amazing participants here today, and they are right here in Studio Abuja, learning the rudiments of public speaking, and it's going to be a fantastic outing. So this is just a bit about me. I believe you know more sooner or later. And what is public speaking? What is this public speaking? What is public speaking? Does this simply mean speaking in public? Does it simply mean speaking in presence of many people? What is public speaking? So public speaking is defined within these three contexts, according to me. And I'll explain all this. It's communicating thoughts, influencing perspective, and this one is quite funny. This is an imaginary, molecule. It's just you thinking of the brain as a complex structure made up of many imaginary molecules that can vibrate. Okay? And now when you are trying to speak to somebody or speak to an audience, one of the goals that you're going to have as a speaker is to make your own thoughts, your own ideas to resonate with their own. Okay? So it's more like the way your brain is firing and the molecules are bouncing around. You make your own brain start working that way. So basically, when you're trying to share your ideas, when you are trying to influence people, when you are trying to make people understand the light of your own understanding, you are doing public speaking. Especially when it is involving more than just one person. Okay? There's interpersonal communication. I'm feeling you as a person fine. When we are now two in the room and beginning to address as a group, that's when we can say public speaking. And now, one thing I want to highlight is everyone is a speaker. A lot of people, one of the reasons they shy away from public speaking is because they feel like, I've not been doing this, I've not been speaking, I've not been used to delivering speeches. Okay, so they shy away from it. Seems like a very complex thing. Meanwhile, the same person who would say, I'm not used to speaking, okay, okay, so um, one of the reasons is like that is because we think for us to become speakers, we have to create that perfect environment. So you have to be on the TEDx stage before you become a speaker. You have to be on maybe one foreign platform or another before you can call yourself a speaker. But one thing that we need to realize that will empower us and make us more effective speakers is we have been speaking all our lives. We have been speaking all our lives. We've all been public speakers. We are all public speakers. Because there's always an avenue in life, there's always a platform that will come to you, there's always a time or an opportunity that will present itself and you will have to speak. So whether you are speaking to present something, or you are speaking to pitch an idea, or you are speaking to a group of classmates or friends, you are actually doing public speaking. So we are all speakers at the end of the day. Now, these are the applications of public speaking. Job interviews, public lectures, keynote speaking at events, thesis events, if you're writing your undergraduate project or your master's project or whatever it is, you're going to have to defend in front of a panel and you're going to have to speak. So that is equally public speaking. Sales presentations, group counseling, advocacy campaigns, debate competitions, etc. So, be you a politician, a resource person, a teacher, a trainer, you're going to need to do a lot of speaking. Okay? You're going to need to do a lot of speaking. And part of what we are going to do here is to gain the fundamental understanding, the understanding of the basics of public speaking. You're going to be, I mean, you'll be walking out here more confident that you can actually speak better, more confident that you can take on speaking roles, speaking opportunities, you deliver excellently. It all begins with an understanding, begins with the mind, and then it metamorphoses into practice, consistent practice. That's the way you can get better. And I will explain that later. So, what are the benefits of public speaking? You know, you sound smart when you speak well. You sound smart when you speak well. Now, look at this last part of this. The last part of the statement. Even if you ain't, so even if you are not smart, you're going to sound pretty smart when you speak well. Okay? I've been to places where just because I introduce myself, as I'm walking out, people are following me and they're like, oh, what do you do? I mean, I heard you say you like this or that. Do you train people? I want to train me. Just because I introduced myself in a certain way. Because I spoke with confidence, there was a charisma I came with, and it sold me to that audience. So when you speak well, you sound smart. People believe that you can handle certain responsibilities based on the way you speak. So when they are looking for leaders, they look around and they're like, oh, who's this guy? This guy has been talking. He has been making very intelligent contributions. So I think he's going to be able to handle the position well. I'm telling you life experience. Now, win at an argument. If the only thing you are winning in life is arguments, you're making a big mistake. Public speaking will help you win not only arguments but win hearts also. You know? So see, you can get to a platform that you were invited to speak. And after doing the speaking and everything, somebody approaches you, it's like, oh, I love the way you speak. You know, I love the way you speak. I mean, can I have your number? They're like, for what? I just love the way you speak. You already know where I'm going. I'm not stressing. You know where I'm going. You know where I'm going. No. Yes, yes, she knows where I'm going. Okay, so now, making extra cash. I'll quickly talk about something called profit negotiation. Public speaking is one of the most great skills in the world. In the sense that, okay, imagine being a teacher in a classroom, a teacher tied in a classroom. Now, you're only going to be able to make as much as your salary allows you. You're only going to be able to make as much as your job description allows you. And the medical job description and the salary permits. One to many, one to a thousand, one to 100, one to a million people. You can have a crowd and audience, few the people, and then you are speaking to them, whether you're a preacher or a teacher or a trainer or anything you want to do. Look at the likes of the Maxwell, Lucy Tempepayo, and all of them. So it's going to be easier for you to do this one to many and make a lot of money from speaking. Okay? Now the next one is legacy, impact, influence. There are some of you, some of us, you have a lot of ideas in your head, a lot of wonderful things to do. But one of the things that would really, really cage you down is when you do not master the art of communication, when you do not master the art of expression. And one of those arts, one of those core dimensions of expression that you can leverage as a professional is public speaking. There are other forms like writing, teaching, and the rest of them. But if you are able to hone your public speaking skills, you can actually emerge in the new market. You can become an exceptional speaker and literally sell anything that you want to sell. You can sell any idea, you can sell any product when you know how to speak, and you can speak excellently. Now, the next one, the types of public speaking, and I'll run through this. There are three basic types. Number one is off the cuff. Number two is planned speaking or scripted speaking. Number three is mixed. Okay, so there are programs that may require You having to script your entire speech. So the presidential speech, political manifesto, all those things that you know them reading out from teleprompters. I mean, it's a scripted speech and it's a planned speech. Even if the manifesto is something that you have to have in your head, it's still a planned speech with your phone. But then there are opportunities that we present, like you know, make a post at a friend's wedding, say something in your parent teacher association event. So that's where all the talk is because impromptu. Now, the type of speaking you're going to use depends on the available preparation time, location, and individual preferences. Okay? Now, that's the experience of public speaking, which are divided into verbal and non-verbal. Now, I'll dive into that. The verbal and non-verbal. Basically, some of what we are seeing here is when it comes to verbal component of public speaking, it's about what you can hear, both the vocal and non-vocal components of the verbal aspect or the verbal component. Okay, what you can hear, what you can perceive in terms of context in grammar. Okay, so if I'm speaking and I'm making some grammatical blunders, it's part of verbal errors because you can hear them. Okay, now how I use my voice, inflections, tonality, the way I change my tone, if I'm excited, the way I speak, the way I raise my voice, and the way I come a bit low. Yeah, today you may not really feel so much difference because I'm battling with the background noise. You know, but the inflections, tonality, semantics. Now, the non-verbal components. This is where eye contact comes in, body language comes in, facial expressions come in, posture comes in, stage management, your ability to use the room, to use the stage, to use the audience, the entire platform as a speaker to communicate more effectively. That's the non-verbal aspect of it. So a lot of people when they want to learn public speaking, they forget all these parts. Body language, hand gestures, and the rest of them. They forget all of this. They focus on this. They learn how to speak good English, they learn phonetics, they learn how to do vocal variety, change their voices, tonality, and everything. But then you find out that their speeches may still be very dull and boring because they do not know how to communicate with their bodies. They do not know how to use the stage, how to use the room. Okay, so these are also things. In coming days, what I intend to do is we will isolate everything here and we will spend time on them. Practice. Okay? When I start discussing towards the end of the session, I'm going to start discussing some of them. I'm going to pick on some of them. Now, these are the speaker's assistants. What would help you, as a speaker? Some of the tools that you can use, the aids, So there are tools, props, speaking aids, charts, slides, like what I'm using now to present. Okay? I could be telling you about time, and I'm doing something like this. Unknown to you, I'm actually trying to work with your brain by introducing a prop that will make what I'm talking about more memorable. Okay? So I could be talking about something else, and I bring that thing out. I could be talking about a fruit, and I bring the fruit out. It could be a prop. Doesn't even have to be a real fruit. Now, speaking it like this, microphone, um, light, traditional light, of course, light is not so good. But those are the things that you can use as aid to help you as a speaker. Now, this is how you can build your speech framework. How you can build your speech framework. And for those who are watching us online, you're welcome. If you are experience any issues at all with the stream, please do well to let us know. Okay, do well to let us know. And if you are following as well, please let us know. I would love to see your comments. Rest assured that we are seeing you. I'm seeing you, and we are all together. Okay. Um, so this is how to develop your speech framework as a public speaker. Now, sometimes you already know how to speak, but you do not know how to arrange your speech. You don't know how to organize your speech. You don't know how to develop a framework that will make you presentable or make what you want to say become presentable. Okay? Now, the first part of your speech framework, this can vary. It is not set on stone. It's not an automatic formula that works for everything. But this is a basic guideline. So when you want to come and give a speech, okay, you can start with an attention grabber, something that grabs attention. Follow up with an introduction. Why are we here? What are we doing here? What is this topic for? Who is it for? Right? You deliver your speech. Delivery on the body, the main essence, the cap of the whole talk, right? And then your food. Now, this is the attention. So how do you grab attention when you want to go and speak? You walk into a room, maybe to a TEDx talk, or for any talk at all, maybe at your school, you were called to give a speech, right? Now, the regular way people start speaking is the segment is not a class or a training. This is a training. It's different from the regular speech. Okay? If I'm invited to give a speech, there are usually things I do personally that make me engage more with my audience from the first second I step on that stage. But the regular, boring, conventional way people start their speeches is to come to the stage and go, ah, hello, everybody. My name is Chio Gilpipa. I'm a physiotherapist, I'm a life coach, I'm an advocate for health and wellness, and hope you are doing well today. The topic we are going to be discussing today is social. So you sound like a university lecturer, and that may be a lot boring for your audience. Okay, so how can you start your speech differently? How can you start differently? These are the things that you can do. One, you can look out for somebody in the audience that you know and use them as a warm up or warm connect. Okay, so you step into an environment where you don't know anybody. Maybe you are talking to C-suite leaders, you are talking to executives, managers, corporate people, and then you know one person in the room. At least the person who invited you. You can just pick on the person. You know, hello, I think I know somebody there. Call their name if you remember. Good to see you here. I mean, it's really amazing to see that I know somebody. I feel at ease. Because if you use somebody, you diverted the energy, the tension, the anxiety to the person. You know, somehow. So it diffuses that anxiety that you have when you're on stage. Now, that can also help to familiarize everyone in the room. Sometimes I step on to speak and I tell people, oh, you've been sitting for long. Let's do an activity today. I was in Agatha the last time I went for an event to speak. And I did that. I wasn't even the one who suggested that. So you've been sitting for long. Let's turn to your neighbor and smile. You turn and you start laughing. That's a good icebreaker. Now, we are used to sitting too long, listening to boring speeches. I mean, listening to a lot of things, training programs, whatever. When you come in and you do something different, it breaks the ice. Okay? So you can use that. You can use a quote. You know, John Maxwell once said that sleeping is the only way to recover your energy. You know, even though he never said that. Okay? So, you can use a quote to catch your audience attention. Are you with me? Yes. Good. And what I did now is one of the techniques that you can also use. I'll come to that later. Asking for feedback. So I asked, are you with me? It's something that you can ask in your speech. Now, current on social event. What is happening currently? So imagine I came here to speak and it's a regular speaking engagement. When I come here and I tell people, oh, someone just got arrested for mocking the president, and it's trending, maybe it's trending. Or maybe what's trending now in Abuja? What's trending? What's this?
I think it's my mom asked me about yesterday in National Assembly.
What is happening?
They are discussing the matter. What?
But this thing here.
What assembly?
Is there any other thing, any important thing like that?
Where?
In Abuja, in Abuja.
Well, high.
Hey,
Well,
so
high.
high. So you can come in and say something like, I used to spend 300 naira for my junction to Mega. But today, I spent 1,000 naira going from my junction to Mega junction. Right? So the current happening, it could also be history. Now, then you can also use stories. So you can come in and tell a story. Imagine stepping into the audience, the room, and I'm like, in 2004, I lost something very dear to me. My first bicycle. I actually didn't use my first bicycle. Giving an example. And when I say that, you're already beginning to imagine a lot of things. So, what did I have gone through? What happened to me when I lost the first bicycle? You want to hear the story of that first bicycle, don't you? Don't you? Okay, so you can use a story to engage your audience. So it's not enough that you will start by, oh, my name is Simplified, da, 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 da. No, you can start later. Oh, 2004, I lost my first bicycle. I did this and I did that and this and that happened. My name is TJ, and I am a physiotherapist. You're probably wondering what physiotherapy has to do with using my first bicycle. It's speech as So it does the goal here is, let me say, moral lesson. It doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be regular and conventional, normal. Yeah. So can use a story related to the topic you're speaking about. Now the next one is you can use self-value, starting fast, or in three women after their first delivery come down with pelvic floor dysfunction. One in three women after their first issue come down with pelvic floor dysfunction. Now, when I say this, imagine I'm speaking to a group of women who are either pregnant or who had their children. When I say something like this, it's a shocking fact. You know why? They will probably start wondering who is the one in three women? One, two, three. Means that in one of us, somebody is going through this.
My girl.
Okay? And they are also thinking, even if it's not me, I mean, even if it's not what I'm going through right now, maybe in the future I will experience it. Because the odds are, are not in my favor. The odds are high. I think the odds are low, whichever one.
One person.
So that's one. Another thing you can do is question. Now, I have been introduced to come and speak on this platform. And here I am. You should be videoing me now as celebrity that I am. I've been introduced. You should be doing video. Now, I walk into that audience. And here I am at the podium, the stage. People are there listening and waiting for me to speak. And I go, how many of you are really happy right now living in Nigeria? How many of you are happy? Really? How many of you are happy, excited that you are living in Nigeria? Okay? You have changed from this to this. What did you remember? So you can start with a question, a way to engage your audience, re- take them away from that um, anxiety state. You understand? That reduce the tension on them. Now, the next one is vulnerable disclosure. And I put mental health in brackets because this is where it can be popularly used. Okay? So now, I've been to an event where other speakers were coming, they were delivering their speeches, and then one woman came, one of the speakers came, and she was like, she said something there. Said that's how she started her speech. I was raped 4 times. When she said that, people were already distracted and tired. So they were doing all sorts of things, talking, side talks, and immediately she made the statement, the hall went silent. Pin drop silence. So we wanted to know, how did a woman who was raped 4 times become a figure that begins to influence and impact her generation? Okay? So that was a vulnerable disclosure. I attended an event where Pastor Olumide Emmanuel spoke, and I remember him saying something like, "The worst mistake of my life, the worst mistake I made in my life was that I married you as a poor man." Whenever he goes to speak and he says that, he captures the audience's attention because we want to know why he would say that it is worst mistake. So it's a vulnerable disclosure. What it does, what vulnerable disclosures do is they target fewer people in the audience. But those fewer people that they are targeting, it will lighten them, it will awaken them, and it will have way more impact than regular speeches. Because they can feel that you feel what they are feeling. They believe that you have gone through some form of pain, so even if it's not the same pain or frustration, to understand what they are going through. So they listen. So this is what your introduction should be like. We are finished grabbing attention for your audience. Now, introduction. Okay? So we introduce some credibility tips. What do I mean? You can talk about yourself, your qualifications. What made you credible enough to be here to stand and talk about the topic? That's what I mean by credibility tips. We can talk about the big why, the relevance of the topic to the audience. Okay? Why are we here? Why are we listening to me talk? Now, you can get your audience excited. You got their emotions, walk them up at this space that you're introducing the concept or what you're about to talk about, and you outline key components. Now, this is what you should know. The introduction should not overtake your speech. It should not take over your speech. Okay? You shouldn't spend 90% of the time introducing your topic. So just target 10% of the entire speech. Introduce yourself. Introduce the concept. Introduce the framework. Introduce whatever you want to introduce. And the next thing is the body. Okay? Tell more stories. Use stories in your speech. Okay? Stories inspire. Educate, inform, energize, entertain. Now, this is basically content creation. What you try to do with speech is you create content. You transact value with the audience. You emit value. And value can come in any of these forms. It could be informing, it could be entertaining, it could be energizing or motivating or educating. You introduce facts, figures, data if available. So when I say, oh, in 1999, there was a military invasion that happened in Imo State. We're giving you data. That's up for you to go and verify. uh So, giving you facts, giving you figures. So that's one of the ways to make your speech come alive. Now, this is a model that you can use. I use this a lot. I developed this model myself. I'm shy, I'm shy. I'm shy. I'm shy. I'm shy. So this is W3H. What does it mean? It simply means what, why not, and how. So if I want to develop any topic, give me any topic. Give me any random topic. I'm invited to speak on something. What any topic?
Teachers and poor mindset.
Okay, teachers for mindset. I can develop the speech in 3 minutes, and I'll come and speak. Why? I already have the framework in my head. What I need to do is to brainstorm, pour it out on paper, and then look at it all over again. And then from there, I choose my element
Can we steal your formula? Can we steal your
without pressure. Without pressure. So, what, why not, and how? Teachers for mindset. What? A concept. What? Defining what we are going to talk about. Defining what teaching is. Who is a teacher? What is poverty? What does poor mean? What is mindset? So now, when I'm done defining, I'm going to talk about the types of mindset, frameworks of mindset, and all that. And then, when I'm done with that, I'll go into maybe etymology. You know, where does mindset as a concept originate from? What does it mean? A Greek meaning or Hebrew meaning or whatever. Now, the next one is what? The next one is why. Good. Why? Benefits. Remember, it's just like your introduction. Telling your audience why they are here. Why are we here? Why are you here to listen to me? Why is mindset a topic that should come up? That we should talk about? You know, why are teachers even poor? You know, why is their mindset affecting them? Why do you need to start developing your mindset? Why do you need to be here? So by the time I start talking about that, they are understanding, okay, this is why I have to be here. Now, why not? Why not is challenges. Okay? Why are teachers not empowered? Why are teachers not having the proper mindset? You understand? Why are teachers not always in the right frame of mind? You can discuss the challenges, discuss things like them being overworked, them being used to the ideology that you have to go to work in the morning and come back at night. You have to go to work in the morning. Exactly. So those are the things that you can start bringing in. The mindset that are limiting them. He said, give an example. As a teacher, your reward is in heaven. So you can start breaking those things, bringing them in for now, bring them in. Okay, why not bring them in? Laziness, um, um, you know, lack of growth, lack of growth, all those things. Bring them in, let them know. Now, the next phase is how you're not going to start telling the strategy. All the problems that we've identified, you start breaking them one after the other. Say, okay, if this is a challenge, what is the solution to that challenge? If this is a problem, what's the solution to the problem? Okay, so if I'm discussing teacher poor mindset, you can see we've already created a framework. So all that is left for me is to flesh it up. And sometimes what I do is I can get a topic, create the framework using my instructional design model, and then I will go to AI and say, you know, just post it like that and say flesh it up in quotation marks. Flesh, just type flesh it up, and you add a lot of insights, you know, a lot of insights, and you begin to Now combine it with what you already know, your own unique life experiences, your own unique ideas and knowledge. Now, close. How to close your speech? Call to action. This is meant to be laughed. I'll tell you why. Now, at the end of the Bible, you can share of emotion, advice, inspire, or give your opinion. You can propose a solution, you can tell another story, and you can use a rhetorical question. So you see, we are not closing the speech like, so this is the end of my story. So this is the end of my speech. This is where I'd like to stop for now. We do that alone. But it makes the speech not memorable enough for people who are learning this. So you can end with a call to action. Having known all this, having seen all this, having heard all this, I want us to take it to heart. I want us to learn that we are created to make impact. We are created to become change agents. We were created to transform. So the order here is, as you are going home, begin to see yourself as a generational impact maker. Begin to see yourself as a change agent. Begin to see yourself as a transformer that will transform other people. And make it a personal assignment from today. That every day you must do one thing that makes one person smile. So thank you very much. See? So every day you must do one thing that makes one person, at least one person smile. And with this, I'll say thank you very much. And you exit the stage. Okay? Now, the next, what makes a good speaker great? This is the crux of the matter. This is what will really change your speaking game once you have the understanding. Number one is subject knowledge. You must know your subject. You must know what you are going to speak about. You must have it right at the palm of your hands. Research extensively, study extensively, go through multiple resources and materials to get a good grasp of the topic you are going to speak about. The next is audience knowledge. Don't stop at knowing your content. Know your audience. Are they children? Are they adolescents? Are they teenagers? Are they parents? Are they leaders? There's always peculiarities attached to specific audiences. So ask questions. You are invited to go and speak. Ask the inviter, yeah? The host. Who am I going to speak to? Please give me a description. What is their age range? What is their capacity? What is their, what's their mind framework like? Who are they really before you start going? Because you may end up researching like a professor just to go and realize you were actually intended to speak to the teenagers. It has happened to me. I was invited to go and speak to a group of students, young children, and the materials I read for that audience knowledge is very important so that you know how to communicate with them. Break it down, keep it simple, keep it as simple as possible. The lesser the jargons, the better your speech. As an educator, you were called to speak to a group of young educators or young students doing their postgraduate diploma in education, whatever, or students of education psychology. And because you feel like, okay, this is education stuff, let me go and impress everybody. You're going there to talk about Blue Star Summit. You're going there to talk about Chinese 9 events of learning. You're going there to talk about all the psychological dynamics of learning and teaching. And you do not realize that these were actually starting off their careers. And Some of those things may be quite metaphorical, or I mean, may be quite strange for them. It may not be easy for them to grasp. Okay, so keep it as simple as possible. Sometimes you speak something, um, you say something, you use some words, and you realize that those words are actually confusing for the audience that you're speaking to. You stop it down. Okay, now study the environment. Come early. One fundamental speaking secret. So sometimes it will be almost impossible.
Loud it. Come early.
Yeah,
Loud it.
you know, come early, study the environment. This can change everything. You may see there are contingencies you may not be able to plan for if you arrive late, to take you by surprise. So they call you to come and speak to a group of women. It happened to us. They call you to come and speak to a group of people and they say, oh, we're going to have this, we're going to have this. Come with, you have materials you want to present and all that. By the time you come there, you realize that they don't even have life. So you have planned everything that you were going to present the slides, you've already sent it to them. So your phone is off, you know, and there's no power. They don't have anything to present with, so you are stranded. But if you are so earlier, you go and find a way to do something. If you have to handwrite or take a few notes to present, or if you have to change your topic, you will know. Sometimes you come to a place and you realize, okay, I was invited to come and talk about personal development. And you arrive there and realize that, man, these people are not young people. Personal development to a group of elderly people. What am I going to be talking about? So it is by arriving early and interacting with a few of them that you can easily replace everything you want to talk about in your mind. So, consistency planning. So what if there's a tech malfunction? What if your slide refuses to open? What if? Just what
You
if?
don't have it to like.
What if you don't have HDMI code? What if there are awkward moments? What if the slide starts to disappear? So some people open their slides and first page, second slide, fourth slide is not there, fifth slide is not there. What happened? They don't know. So you have to be able to plan for those contingencies. If anything goes wrong, what will I do? Okay, that's why you must have a good interaction with your material that you're going to use to present. You have to go through them. You have to ensure that you know them. Without all this, I can still teach. It may not exactly be what is here, but I will still deliver. Now, passion and enthusiasm. Now, let me give you another comparison. If you are a student and you are studying So, so I received a call, and that was why I got disrupted. Yeah. So let me know if you can still hear me on daily comments. So go ahead. Where did I start? Passion and enthusiasm. Okay. I tell people that passion is contagious. Passion is contagious. Energy is transmissible. The energy you use to speak can be transmitted to the audience that's listening. So if I'm excited about what I'm talking about, you will feel it. You will get the energy. But if I come here and I tell you I want to speak about public speaking, I want to teach on public speaking, and I'm just talking, I'm done, falling, I'm all over the place, it's not going to make so much sense. So, passion is contagious. Eliminate filler words, replace it with curses. So now, if I'm speaking, right, you will realize that most times if you speak, you realize you have certain first habits. Um, um, all those things. They are called first fillers. So if you realize that you use those a lot, whether they're first fillers or repeat words like actually, so, and, however, actually, you know. So if you realize that you have those filler words a lot in your vocabulary, in your speaking structure, whatever, okay, you should try to replace them with pauses. Okay, try to replace them with pauses. Now, I'm speaking to a group of people, and then I lose my train of thought, and instead of just going to what is going to pause, just pause. Nobody's going to eat you up. 2 seconds of pausing won't even feel awkward. And sometimes it is really essential to calm down, to pause. You know why? It helps some members of your audience to catch up. Some people struggle to catch up with your plenty words. Their brains are processing the information in their heads. So when you take that pause and breathe, it's a good opportunity for them to catch up with what you're saying. So you see the way I just paused and I looked around. It's still me applying what I just said. Now, good use of humor will help. It's not a must to use humor. But if you find out that you are quite a humorous person, people laugh when you crack jokes, bring that into your speaking. And you can also make humor with yourself. I remember saying, what do you do when you fall? You can make a joke out of it. You know? And if I fall on stage, if I speak and fall, and I reach the ground, when I get up, you know what I'm going to say? I'm just going to say, um, it's not really my fault. Old age is catching up on me. You know, I wasn't born yesterday. All this white hair you are seeing, all the white hair you are seeing is not, I'll say, I did not really fall. I just got bargain for my elders. You know that kind of thing. Now, it's really impressive. The audience will laugh at you, and you join them and laugh at yourself. Okay? Good. Now, the next one I'm going to say is smile. Smile intermittently. Look at your audience and smile. You know, there are times when you have to say some serious stuff that you have to keep a serious face. Otherwise, smile. Have a smile on your face. It's more welcoming. It helps you resolve the anxiety. You know, for you and your audience. So smile. stories. Use stories in your speaking. Stories are basically made up of three things: character, crisis, and epiphany. Good stories. So, if you are speaking to sell, if you are speaking for your brand, if you are speaking to sell yourself or your product, you can use this structure. Okay? There has to be characters. Who are the characters in your story? Who is the protagonist or antagonist? Who is the good guy or the bad guy? Who is in trouble? Now, that is the character. You too, you are part of the characters. Now, the next one is crisis. What's the problem that the person is experiencing? And then finally, the epiphany, the solution that the person is going to encounter and come out of the problem. Let me give you an example. I'm organizing a public speaking boot camp, for example, a public speaking mentoring program, an expression mentorship program, public speaking master class, or whatever. And I have previous experiences with people who have gone through this program, right? And let's say one of them is Amaka, an imaginary name. Amaka was about to do um, her master's thesis defense. She was so shy and nervous about it, didn't know what to do, and her supervisor has already threatened her that she will have to repeat the project if she doesn't do well in her project defense. She was also panicking because that was going to determine what she would graduate with, whether she would make a first class or a second class offer depended on that. But she knew that she was bound to mess up in that defense. Then she encountered. Now I've talked about this, right? I mean, this character. I've talked about the crisis. Then what happened? She encounters the epiphany, which is my public speaking coaching program or one-on-one mentoring program. She read my post on Facebook and sent me a message, and we talked. I helped her dissolve the anxiety that comes with public speaking, and then I offered her my program on my course, and then she took it. And then what happened? The result: she went ahead to practice, and she went for the presentation, and she aced it. So you see, I told a good story. You can make up your own stories like that. Love and compassion. I won't dwell on this much, but basically, when you love people, you communicate better with them. When you want to see people get better, there's a certain level of passion that comes with it. So when I go to speak to people, a lot of times I speak of this one. Okay? I want you to be better. I want you to be developed. I want you to get results. That's why I'm speaking to you. So now the next one is feedback. Feedback is the food for champions. So it's very important at every stage that you keep asking for feedback, whether it is, uh, whether it's formative or summative. What do I mean? Whether it's intermittently or at the end of the program. Oh, are you following me? Are you following? Are you here with me? Are you here with me? You have exactly. Are you here? Are you still here with me? Are you lost? Do you want me to go over something? That's the kind of feedback that you can keep using to engage your audience. And at the end, you can still throw questions back to the audience. Okay, I want to hear from you. What did you take out? What are your take home? What are you taking away? Okay. Any feedback, anything you think you can do better, anything you think I can touch again, you have questions. So these are the things that make you a great speaker. And then finally, we are going to be talking about techniques that will help you to overcome the fear of public speaking. Glossophobia.
Glossophobia. What a wow.
So who wants to hear this? Who wants to hear this one? Who wants to dive into it? So what we are going to be doing is I will share this amongst all of you. I'll share this amongst all of you. So take this number one. Take it. What do you see here? Beautiful. What do you see here? Good. What do you see?
Your posture, your power.
Good. What do you see? Good. What do you see?
Affirmations are
Good. What do you see?
Less self, more purpose.
Good. And what do you see? Beautiful. So what's the first one?
Humans not masquerade.
Humans don't masquerade. What do I mean by this? What do we mean by humans don't masquerade? Thank you. One Bobo juice for you. Thank you. Okay. So you see, when you go to speak, whether it is an audience of A-list people, C-suite leaders, executives, managers, school owners, school leaders, authorities in high places, spiritual wicked, no, not spiritual wickedness this time. No. Okay. But when you go to speak, realize that these people are human beings at their best. They are not automatically going to turn to be wolf and destroy you. No, they're not going to eat you up. No matter the kind of mistake you make. Have you ever heard a speaker make a mistake on stage and then people rush the speaker to go and beat him up? Never. You're not going to be the first. Except you're owning somebody. You're owning somebody, don't become a public speaker. Okay? So humans at their best are still humans. So don't be afraid of people. Don't be afraid of making mistakes in front of people. You too, you're a human being. Embrace that. Okay? So what's the second thing?
Be conversational and be free.
Be conversational and free. I'm enjoying what I'm doing right now. I'm enjoying it. I have every right to be fidgeting or to be scared or to be anxious. But like I'm enjoying it. Why? I'm free. I'm conversational. I'm having fun. I'm literally chilling. And this is the way I speak everywhere. It depends on context. There are some places that you may not really be able to do some things. But this is my own atmosphere, it's my own way, it's my own culture when it comes to speaking. So I bring that into every program I attend to speak. So I flow. Find your own unique source, find your own way to flow and flow. Right? But being conversational and free resolves that anxiety that comes with public speaking. Knowing fully well that you are addressing them as friends and family, they're not going to eat you up. Your posture, who's meant to hold that one?
You.
You.
Yeah, me.
Yes. Say it now. You forgot me.
Your posture, your power.
Good. Your posture, your power. Now there are certain things that we need to know about posture, gesticulations, hand positions, body position. The way your chest is aligned to your body frame. There are certain things that we must know because according to studies conducted by Albert Mehrabian and a group of scientists, they postulated that over 73% of your communication as a speaker is non-verbal, you know, non-verbal. So your body language, your facial expressions, your hand gesturing, your body positions and frames, they all matter when you are speaking. So if I say something like, I'm really excited to be here today. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I'm really excited to be here today, and we're going to be talking about passion. So, passion is doing what you love. Passion is being able to do what you enjoy doing. Like today, I know I can tell you I enjoy speaking. I enjoy doing what I'm doing. I enjoy it. That's how it looks. I mean, that's what it is. That's how it is. So you need to be able to represent your posture. And the truth of the matter is, when you use closed body position, you know what this signals? This says, I'm anxious and I'm afraid. I am trying to, this is a primitive defensive position. You understand? So if I do this, I'm guarding. I'm afraid somebody's going to rush and punch me, or somebody's going to shoot me, or something's going to hit me. So that's fear. Okay? Now, when I do this, or I grab a podium, the same thing. I'm communicating to everybody that I'm not so confident in what I'm doing. I'm not so sure of what I'm doing. I am afraid. So I have to cling on something. If not, my shakiness will be so obvious. That's also right. If I put my hands behind my back, it could oftentimes be disrespectful, depending on the kind of audience that you are speaking to. Except you are planning to bring out something from your back. There's really no point trying to hide those precious hands. Okay? Close fist. Close fist. What do you think this signals? I'm speaking and I have this. What do you think? What comes to your mind? Tell me, tell me,
You
tell me.
want to fight the audience.
Thank you. Tell me. Eh. So I'm angry and I'm ready. If anything happens, if there's the day move, I go through punch. That's what I'm communicating without even knowing. Now, same with this. Picking your teeth, picking your jaw, picking your throat, picking anything pickable, picking your nose. Same with this. I used to do these things. And when I started watching myself speak, I started watching some of my videos, doing videos and recording myself and speaking and saying those things. I realized those mistakes and I started trying to help myself. So when you do this, when you're speaking, it signals you're not confident enough. It signals fear, it signals timidity. Okay? Yes. Or this, or this. So
Yes.
you are blocking, you are blocking something.
Wow. You
So
did not
it's a
know.
bad speaking habit. Okay? So you can decide to start taking note of these things, watching yourself. Now, posture. You see, I'm using open body positions, open body postures, instead of closing up. So there's basically a frame from here, right? There's a box, an imaginary box that your hands are allowed to move through so that you can express yourself, right? So this box here, it may be out of frame for you to start demonstrating it, except you are blocking something from here. It may be out of frame for you to start demonstrating in this range or demonstrating in this range. But when you are going in this direction, this frame, it's easier for you to communicate as a person. Okay? You're explaining, you're gesticulating, your hands should be flexible. They should move. They should move. You can practice this on your own, quite personally. You know, practice making hand gestures, explaining things. Now, for me, even when I take phone calls, a lot of times I don't know when I start doing that. I hardly take phone calls sitting because as I'm speaking to somebody on the phone, one hand is holding the phone, the other hand is explaining, the other hand is gesticulating. You know, and I've gotten so used to it. Okay, so practice. Practice makes you professional. The next one, who's holding the next one? Who's holding the next
The
one?
next one. Eye contact.
Madam Comfort.
Eye contact. Excellent.
Okay, have eye contact. Now, even if you come to the stage and you are afraid of speaking, and one of the things contributing to the anxiety is the fact that you are afraid of looking people in the eyes, which is usual. One of the things that I teach people to do is to hack it. So instead of looking people straight into the eyes, you can section the audience and look in between. Look within the frame of their heads. Okay? You can look at the tip of the nose, at the nose bridge, or at the forehead. Most people are not going to be able to tell where exactly you are looking. So you don't have that anxiety. Okay? Now, if you are speaking to a virtual audience, try as much as possible to look into the lens of your camera, not the phone, not the broad screen of your phone or your system. So it may give them the impression that you are distracted or you are reading from somewhere. Now, I'm actually not doing that here because I'm also with an audience, physically, you know. So it would be nice as the lead pastor to only focus on the virtual audience. You know, that's why they will be telling you, hey, if you are attending virtually, you are wrong. You should be in the building. Don't be so.
So,
Yeah. So, have eye contact. You've known how to have eye contact now, right? Right? Right?
yes.
Right? Including the person
Yes,
that's holding it
yes.
for us. So you know how to have eye contact.
Yes, we do. Yes, yes.
Okay. So breath control, affirmations and rituals. Affirmations and rituals. This ritual is not kind of whatever you do, whatever you do that makes you feel better before you go to sleep. Whether it's push-ups or deep breathing or meditation or studying scriptures or praying or singing or dancing, anything that you usually do that puts your body at ease and calms your nerves. That's what I refer to as rituals. Okay? Now, affirmations. You can make affirmations in present tenses to, you know, to work yourself up before you get on stage. There are speakers who are notorious for doing push-ups before they actually get on stage to speak. So they go to the back of the stage and they do push-ups before they speak. What's happening? We are done now. Okay, no, 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 no. Come on. Straight from. Okay, so what's the next one? After affirmations and
Let's more
yeah, see them, see them, see them. So let's
more we are smart. Even
nice
though
one.
we are not.
Nice one. So less self and more profit. Now, one of the reasons you are too afraid to speak in public is because you are thinking about yourself a lot. You are thinking about the mistakes you are going to make. You are thinking about the grammatical constructs. You are thinking about the errors that may come into your speech. You are thinking about how you can deliver a perfect speech so that people can clap for you and say, "Oh, well done, award winning speaker." Right? But more than that, more important than actually delivering a thrilling speech is impacting your audience. Giving them something that is worth saying, I am glad I came. Okay? So take note of that. And when you go to speak, speak from that realm. Speak because there's somebody out there who is going to receive the information you are giving them and it will change their lives forever. You realize that somehow the attention begins to shift to your audience and less of attention to the mistakes you likely make. The next one, threshold
Threshold
expansion
expansion
technique,
technique.
also known as exposure therapy or graded exposure. What is it about? It's about exposing yourself to speaking opportunities little by little. Before you know what's happening, you get used to it. It's all about thresholds. The more you speak, the more you expand thresholds. Every human being has a threshold for anxiety and fear. So when you engage in speaking opportunities, when you take opportunities to speak, when you take platforms to speak, you get to the point where certain audiences no longer scare you. So the volume, I started by speaking to an audience of maybe 10 people, then 20, then 30, then 100, then 300, and it kept increasing. So the more you do it, the more you get used to it. You definitely feel scared at some point, but you practice to a point that you no longer feel that anxiety. It is very possible. Okay? That's what I want to understand. So why is this important and why is it going to help you? Or why am I recommending it for you? That's the only way you can grow as a public speaker. Expose yourself. Go live on Facebook. Do Facebook lives. Let people see you speaking. One of the things that helped me early in my public speaking journey is initially starting out, I didn't like my voice. I hated my voice.
I also don't like my voice.
The first time I played my voice on a recording, I recorded my voice and played it out.
I like my voice.
I felt like apologizing to everybody who has ever taken a phone call from me. Everyone who has ever heard my voice. I felt like saying, I'm deeply sorry. I didn't like my voice. But the moment I started doing voice notes, I started organizing classes and teaching them mainly with voice notes. I listened to my own voice to the point that, yeah, it seems as if my voice was even beginning to change, to get better because of use. When you speak more, you train your vocal cords. You shape your vocal cords. So The more I did it, the more I fell in love with my voice. And then I became extremely good at what I do. And I hope that knowing this, knowing all this, every one of you here can confidently say that you are ready, extremely ready to begin your journey with public speaking on the right road. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, questions, comments, questions, any question
Yeah.
from the audience? Anyone wants to come out and practice? I'll,
Yes, you should come
I'll
and
call somebody
practice.
out. Yes, I'll call somebody out. Okay, okay. Yes, I'll call somebody out.
Yes, Miss Comfort. Come and tell us something.
Madam Comfort.
One thing you pick, something you send to immediately.
Okay, so we're going to do it this way. We're going to do this way. I'm going to call three people. I'm going to call three people. And you come here on the stage and give us 2 minutes speech.
Oh, no, you said comment. I was saying code.
And yeah, yeah, that's part of it. That's part of it. That's absolutely fine. But before that, any question like that, you want me to do it?
The question I would have asked, first question I had, the last part of the spiritual yes,
Okay.
yes, that's my very question. Yes, my very issue. I'm taking care of, so I don't know what to do or how to start working.
So that's fine. That's fantastic. So out of that.
I'm not because my own question is not very out of curiosity. So what do you do for friends? What's your ritual?
Okay. My own ritual and my nerve calmer
Yeah.
is this. I take very intense deep breaths. Very intense. And I'll teach you how I do mine. I'll teach you how I do mine. And then sometimes one of the things I do is I remind myself that these are human beings. They are human beings. Yeah, they're not masculine. I mean, now really, and they need my help. You know, see, you have yam, you have yam, and then there's an audience.
I don't.
What they have is oil, right? And they're very hungry. Are you going to be shy that your yam is white yam or yellow yam or you have yam, they need the yam, or you have oil, they have yam, but they don't have oil. They can't eat the yam alone, right? They need your help. They need my help, so I'm going to go give them help. So it really boosts my confidence. Now, when it comes to breathing, this is what I do. You can practice along with me. Um, I breathe deep. Now, I can come to an event where they are about to read my bio, right? I can before my own time, I can excuse myself and go and ease myself, go to the restroom. What am I doing? Calming my nerves. I can go to the back and do something quickly. Nobody will see me, nobody will know what I'm doing. Right? Now, so the next speaker is Chijoke, Utiba, and this and that and that. As they are reading my bio, I'm taking very dangerously deep breaths. So I breathe in, fill my lungs and hold it for like 2 seconds. And then pause my lip like this, like I want to blow up a candle. And then I blow up. I know you all know. Okay, so so now in, breathe in, fill your lungs, hold it, 1, 2, and then breathe out. Just small space in your mouth for the air to come out. Good. Now I do this like 3, 4 times. My whole body is on calm mode. Sometimes I start feeling pulsations in my head. It's like there's some very cool feeling, and I become light. I say I'm going to fly. Then I can calm. You know, scientifically, there's a portion of your nervous system that gets activated when you take deep breaths. The parasympathetic nervous system. It helps you to rest. It helps you to digest. You know, so when I do that, and people won't know, I can sit down somewhere in the high table, wherever, and they're introducing me. So right next we'll be having our amazing speaker, Coach Chijoke Okiba. Put your hands together for him and as he comes on the stage. Now, as we're saying, we'll be having our I do that, and do it again, and do it again. By the time I step on the stage, I'm a totally different person. Totally different. The moment I start and I'm able to introduce myself or introduce what I'm going to talk about, or I come up with my magic openers, you know, amuse the audience or do something and they engage, or I throw in a question, that's it. Anxiety be gone. Like I cannot remember what anxiety feels like anymore. So that's mine. Okay? You can find yours. You can find yours. Good.
And then even after I still find myself so.
Yeah.
But I still do it. It's not like I do it. I don't know if it's afraid now. I do
Yeah.
it nervous.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
still there. My still there, but I just go ahead.
Yeah. Over time, you're going to have to do a lot of nervous speeches. You're going to have to do it a lot. You're going to, and as you're doing it nervous, what's happening is this: you're breaking thresholds of anxiety. So to get to a point where that same audience you used to be nervous for you, you are no longer nervous for them again. You want a bigger experience, you will start craving the experience. You know, and over time, start doing this in your mind. Start creating the imagery in your mind. You can have a life coach guide you through the experience. You know, it's more like self
I'm a
hypnosis.
life coach.
Okay, so you can get that mental imagery. You create illusion in your mind. Close your eyes and see yourself standing in front of 1,000 people, 10,000 people and speaking. You know, now at that point, there's a way you do this. Your brain will not be able to properly differentiate whether it is happening in real life or it is an imagination. So it's giving you the same experience, the same anxiety. Okay, so the more you experience that, the more that threshold hits, and the more you come out of it. So yes, and that's it. That's it. So our three lucky
Short speech. Have a short speech. On any topic.
short speech.
Short speech.
Oh yeah.
What do you like? On a
Okay.
topic you enjoy talking about.
So who is going to go? Who is going to go?
Something special.
Oh yeah, come. Just come. Put your hands together for
Stand
us.
up.
Put your hands together for us.
Stand up. Stand up.
Put your
Stand
put your hands
up. Stand up.
put your hands together for
Stand up.
amazing,
Go, go, go,
amazing
go, go.
coaching
Go, go.
as she comes up. Okay. So welcome to the stage. Um. So yes, it's over to you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me. Well, there is really nothing to talk about tonight. I just want to say thank you to Coach Ujoke for this amazing session. It was really awesome, especially
No, we did not hear you.
That's shy.
Where your mic?
Oh, you can hold it.
You can hold it. Yes.
okay. Once again, I want to say thank you to everyone for having me, and I want to say special thank you to Coach Ujoke for this amazing session. Actually, this was a request, and it came through, and I'm really happy because, like I said, the question I would have asked um, the last session, the last exposure and therapy handled it because I didn't like my voice. I don't like my voice. I feel like I have a manly voice. I don't know what to do, but that's what I feel. And I've been looking and thinking of ways I could make it sound a little not sexy, but at least, you know, pleasing to the ears, even if it's my own ears. But as he's mentioned that he didn't like his own voice when he started, it's kind of made me realize, oh, I'm not alone. And we can do this. And if you did it, I can do it. Now I'm doing that. I hope you are too. Thank you.
Okay, okay, amazing, 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 amazing. Put your hands together for that's nice, that's nice. I like that. I like that. Thank you very much. Um,
One thing less.
okay.
Is that why
So, so we take you this time.
One more person.
Anything, anything, anything. Come and give us ginger us or inspire us. Give us a material.
Okay, so hi everyone. So just walking off, I already feel my heart beating. Yes, but there's one thing though. I did it hit faster and harder than this.
Hmm.
But I'm already thinking about breath control, affirmation, and rituals. I'm going to be more intentional about that one. I've been practicing that the deep breath, but sometimes I don't even remember. Even inside the deep breath, I still find myself being nervous. But I'm going to practice the affirmation, the ritual as often as I can and more intentionally, so that by extension, I find the threshold with technique. Thank you so much, Coach Chijoke. I have lots of things. One thing I would like to say is you can hear me say pillars. I'm going to definitely work on that. And the pillars of the breath control, and there's one more thing. Yes, getting the audience attention. I like to use stories, so I'm more intentional with that approach. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
Tell us what you do, Agatha.
Okay, okay. My name is Agatha Adamu, aka the Enthusiast. Yes, I'm popularly known as the Enthusiast. I am a teacher, coach, and mentor, an educational consultant, and the founder of Ace Childcare Educational Services Limited, an educational consulting company that trains educators. We help them to develop their own niches, find out, discover themselves, and generally develop themselves so that they become fulfilled individuals, both in and outside the classroom. So, as a lead consultant of ACES, that's what I do. I mentor, I coach. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Aces CEO. Kosi, you didn't tell us. Come and sell yourself. Come and sell yourself. Come and pitch yourself to my audience.
Education has
Who
been
knows? Somebody would need your service.
academic admin.
All right. It's how to sell myself. I'm not the one that like I'm trying to practice this, but you say I should sell myself. I'm trying to learn sell. Well, I will obey. So my name is Kosi. I'm academic administrator. I also mentor and coach, but that's I would not kind of want to categorize, but it's more of a godly space. I mentor and coach women in Bible studies. It's called daily discoveries. But then this is what we do, and this is what we do for God and for human. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for introducing yourself. And one thing I want to say is this. You just helped me do that. Right? Good. It's one thing you have to understand. You will definitely make mistakes. At some point or the other, you will make mistakes. In fact, there was a point I held I pulled on my beard. There was a point I did that. But the only thing is, you become more conscious to get better, not to start judging yourself. There are two different things. You become more conscious so that while you are practicing, you are learning to do less of those things, and eventually you get so much better that people would find it very hard to identify any error in your speech. But when you go the other way around and you're judging, you are overwhelmed by the possibility of making a mistake, that's when the mistakes will even flog you. They will overwhelm you. So as much as possible, just try to put those things into your speech framework. Thank you very much. And I
Thank
hope the
you.
online audience also enjoyed this, even though I know we didn't have the best of the sounds, but yeah, we are still grateful to host you and we look forward to having you
Thank
some
you,
other time.
coach.
Thank
Thank you very much.
you.
Thank you very much.
Madam, madam.
Um, do well to join us next time, same station, live in Abuja. Yeah, in Abuja. Okay, so thank you very much. And thank you to everyone who is here. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you still have questions, you can of course send the questions to me or drop it on the comment section of any of the posts that you see this stream. Um, then you can request to have further information about subsequent classes. So that's what I'm going to say for now. Check and twice now, you see. So that is it. That is it. Thank you very much. Have
Thank
an amazing
you.
night.
Offended it.
Ah. That was a good one.
Offended it. See now, and